Muswell Hillbillies is an album by the English rock group the Kinks. Released in November 1971, it was the band's first album for RCA Records. The album is named after the Muswell Hill area of North London, where bandleader Ray Davies and guitarist Dave Davies grew up, and the band formed in the early 1960s. The album introduces a number of working-class figures and the stresses with which they must contend. It did not sell well, but received positive reviews and critical acclaim. Recording. Muswell Hillbillies was the band's first album for RCA Records, their prior recordings having been released on Pi Records, Reprise Records in the United States. Their contract with Pi Reprise expired the same year. The album was recorded between August and October 1971 at Morgan Studios, London, using a new brass section, the Mike Cotton sound, which included Mike Cotton on trumpet, John Beecham on trombone and tuba, and Alan Holmes on clarinet. Reception. The album was not a commercial success. It failed to chart in the United Kingdom and peaked at number 48 in the US, and its sales were a disappointment following the success of Lola the previous year. Stereo Review magazine called the poor-selling record album of the year in 1972, even though it was released on 24 November 1971. In the 1984 Rolling Stone album guide, Rolling Stone editors gave the album 5 stars out of 5 and called it Davies' signature statement as a songwriter. In a retrospective review for AllMusic, Stephen Thomas Erlewine called the album a wide-ranging collection of Ray Davies compositions which focus on the tensions and frustrations of modern life. Re-releases. A remastered deluxe edition of Muswell Hillbillies was released in the UK on 7 October 2013, with several bonus tracks, alternate takes, and BBC recordings all remastered by Andrew Sandoval and Dan Hirsch. On 10 November 2014, a legacy edition was released for the United States, with Disc 1 containing the remastered stereo album and many of the UK deluxe edition bonus tracks remastered by Vic Anasini, while the second disc is a DVD with promotional TV performances previously released in the UK on the Kinks at the BBC box set from the era. Cover art. The front cover picture was taken in the Archway Tavern, a pub in Archway, more than 2 miles away from Muswell Hill. The back insert picture, showing the band below a signpost giving directions to Muswell Hill, was taken on the small traffic island at the intersection of Castle Yard and Southwood Lane in Highgate. Track listing. All tracks written by Ray Davies. Personnel. The Kinks: Ray Davies, lead vocals, acoustic guitar, resonator guitar. Dave Davies, lead guitar, slide guitar, banjo, backing vocals. John Dalton, bass guitar, backing vocals. John Gosling, piano, acoustic and electric, Hammond organ, accordion. Mick Avery, drums, percussion with Mike Cotton, trumpet. John Beecham, trombone, tuba. Alan Holmes, saxophone, clarinet. Vicky Brown, backing vocals on tracks 4 and 9. Ken Jones, harmonica on track 7. Mike Bobak, Richard Edwards, engineer. References.